beautiful handmade crowns is an art that combines creativity, patience, and environmental awareness. It begins with something most people would simply throw away: a used aluminum can, perhaps from a soda or an energy drink. To many, it is just a piece of trash, but to those who love crafting and recycling, it is a blank canvas filled with possibilities. The process of cutting, shaping, and decorating a can into a sparkling crown not only gives the material a second life but also reveals the beauty of human imagination when paired with care for the planet. The first step of this delicate process is collection. Crafters often gather cans from local recycling bins, cafes, or even neighborhood cleanup events. Each can comes with its own story, once part of someone's moment of refreshment, now awaiting a new purpose. Before the transformation begins, every can must be thoroughly washed and dried to remove any sticky residue or dirt. Once cleaned, the artist carefully inspects the can, visualizing where the cuts will be made and what design might best fit its shape and color. Next comes the exciting yet challenging step of cutting and trimming. Using strong scissors or tin snips, the crafter carefully removes the top and bottom of the can, leaving a smooth sheet of aluminum. The sharp edges are handled with care, often being sanded down or folded inward to prevent injuries. This stage requires patience and precision. A single wrong cut could ruin the symmetry of the crown. Slowly, the flat sheet begins to take form. The crafter sketches gentle curves, peaks, and ornamental points that will soon become the crown's majestic silhouette. Some choose traditional designs with tall, pointed tips, while others prefer rounded, floral, or heart-shaped patterns. When the cutting is done, the artist begins shaping the strip into a circle. The soft aluminum is flexible yet strong enough to hold its form. With careful bending and overlapping, the two ends are joined, sometimes using glue, tape, or even small rivets for extra strength. At this stage, the basic crown is born. It may look simple, but its transformation has only begun. The next steps are where creativity truly shines. Decoration turns an ordinary piece of metal into a symbol of beauty and imagination. Some crafters paint their crowns with metallic gold or silver colors to create a royal sheen. Others use vibrant hues like blue, pink, or emerald green to give a whimsical touch. Acrylic paints, glitter, and even nail polish can be used to create fascinating textures and finishes. To add extra sparkle, many people attach beads, buttons, sequins, or pieces of recycled jewelry. Others glue strips of lace, fabric, or ribbon around the base for a softer and more elegant look. With each decorative touch, the crown gains character, personality, and charm. No two crowns are ever the same. Many artists also take this project further by integrating themes. For example, one crown might be inspired by the ocean, decorated with shades of blue and small shells, while another might reflect a royal garden, featuring paper flowers and green tones. Some children make crowns inspired by their favorite fairy tales, while adults might create modern, minimalist designs suitable for exhibitions or eco-art contests. The creative freedom is endless. What remains constant, however, is the message behind the work: a statement that recycling can be both functional and beautiful. Beyond the artistic aspect, recycling cans into crowns carries an important environmental purpose. Aluminum is one of the most recyclable materials on Earth, but millions of cans still end up in landfills every day. By reusing them in crafts, people not only reduce waste but also encourage others to think differently about everyday materials. A single aluminum can might take hundreds of years to decompose, but through creativity, it can find new life in just a few hours. Crafting with recycled cans teaches both children and adults to value sustainability, reminding everyone that beauty can arise from what we often consider useless. Moreover, this activity brings people together. Families can spend weekends crafting crowns together, Schools can organize workshops to teach students about recycling through art. Community groups can host exhibitions displaying their creations. Each crown becomes a symbol of collaboration, awareness, and joy. When displayed together, hundreds of these handmade crowns create a dazzling scene, a gallery of colors, textures, and reflections that speak not only of art but also of environmental responsibility. The process also develops valuable skills. Working with metal teaches precision, hand coordination, and patience. It nurtures problem solving, as crafters learn how to manage sharp edges, fix bends, and balance shapes. For many people, crafting these crowns becomes a relaxing and meditative hobby. The repetitive snip of scissors, the soft brush of paint, and the slow rhythm of decoration offer a peaceful break from the rush of daily life. It's a moment to slow down, focus, and express oneself freely. On a deeper level, creating crowns from recycled cans symbolizes transformation both of materials and of mindset. The can, once seen as waste, becomes a crown representing pride, creativity, and renewal. It's a poetic reminder that we too can reinvent ourselves, turning flaws or forgotten parts of our lives into something bright and meaningful. Each handmade crown carries this quiet message of hope, that nothing is truly worthless if we learn to see its hidden potential. In the end, these recycled crowns may not be made of gold or jewels, but they hold a far greater value. They embody imagination, care for the environment, and the human spirit's ability to create beauty from what is broken or discarded. They shine not because of their material, but because of the heart behind them. When worn, displayed, or gifted, they remind everyone who sees them that recycling is not only an act of responsibility but also an act of art. Recycling cans into crowns may seem like a small craft, but it reflects a much larger truth. Change begins with creativity. Every small act of transformation contributes to a cleaner, more beautiful world. Whether made by a child experimenting with colors or by an artist showcasing their skill, each recycled crown tells a story of rebirth, sustainability, and the endless magic of imagination.